guys, so I'll be giving you some yoga stretches to do that help me and I personally use a lot in my daily life. And yeah, just a few. And then at the end I'll walk you through a short, quick little flow, still focusing on stretching. So here we go. So the first thing we're going to start with is we're going to do some cat-cows. So what you want to do is put your knees about hip distance apart, directly under your hips, and your hands shoulder distance apart. And you want to have your hands and your fingers with a lot of energy in them. So have your fingers stretched out like this. All of your fingers facing forward, your pointer finger facing forward. So you're going to come here, have a good base. And with cat, which will be the first movement that I do, you want to focus on exhaling when you do it, and then cow, you're going to focus on inhaling and opening up your chest super big. So here we go. So do those, take as many rounds of those as you need to. Do them at your own pace. Just make sure you really focus on your breathing. That's what's really going to help you through that stretch. Actually, all of these movements, you want to really focus on your breathing. I'll tell you when to breathe and whether it's in or out. So the next thing we're going to do is child's pose. So you're going to take your knees mat distance apart. You're going to take your big toes, bring them to touch behind you, and you're going to sit your butt back in your heels. So with this one, you're going to reach forward and obviously focus on your breathing. Focus on in through the nose, out through the mouth for the first couple breaths. And then after that, really focus on in through the nose, out through the nose. Also, when you breathe out with this one, try to see if you can drop your chest closer to your mat and really get a bigger stretch. So here we go. Now from here, you can take your forehead, kind of roll it back and forth, give yourself a little massage. And after a few breaths just here, you're going to take your right hand, walk it out to the right corner of your mat, and then you're going to take your left hand, stack it on top of your right hand, put your head kind of in your shoulder, your left shoulder, and focus on trying to bring that shoulder down to the mat and getting a good deep shoulder stretch. Should feel really, really good. Again, take some big deep breaths here. In through your nose, out through your nose. And whenever you got that all stretched out, walk your left hand to the left corner of your mat. Right hand is stacked on top of your left hand. Same thing on this side. Now, I don't know if you can tell or not, but my right side is definitely not going down as far as my left side did. And that's okay, that's perfectly normal. I'm a right-handed person, so naturally my right side is going to be probably a little bit tighter than my left side. That's totally fine. But you're definitely going to notice that as you do some of these stretches. So, you're still in child's pose. Now, we're going to go up. We're going to go back to where we were for cat-cow. Hands shoulder distance apart under your shoulders, knees hip distance under your hips. And we're going to take our right hand, we're going to reach it up to the ceiling. Inhale while you do that. Exhale, we're going to thread it through underneath your left arm. Now, you can do any variation with this pose. You can just extend your left arm out more. You can reach your left hand behind you and tug it on your thigh. And if you're feeling really crazy, you can go ahead and find balance and lift your back leg, your back left leg. Lower down, take a few more deep breaths. When you tuck your hands like this, like I am currently, it is a heart opener, and it really stretches not only this shoulder, but this shoulder, and opens your chest. So from here, we're gonna unwind, reach back up to the ceiling, plant, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So reach your left hand up, inhale, exhale, thread the needle. Whatever you did on your right side, we're gonna do on the left side. So we're gonna tuck it here, we're gonna lift our back leg. If you're feeling really crazy, you can do one of these. And again, we're gonna come out of it, reach up to the ceiling, and plant. Now, you can take a few rounds of that if you want, or if one's enough, that's good too. If you still feel like you haven't gotten a good enough stretch from child's pose, one thing you can do is from here, reach forward, stick your booty back, and come into puppy pose. Same idea as child's pose with every exhale, dropping your chest down closer to your mat. Yeah. So another one that we can do that's just a stretch is you can come on your butt, lay on your back, bring your right leg up into your chest, take it into your armpit, drive your knee into your armpit, take some deep breaths here, and then you're going to take this leg, this right leg, you're going to drop it to the left side, goal post your arms, or tee out your arms, and lay your head the opposite direction that your leg is going. So my right leg is going towards the left side, my head is facing my right arm. Take some deep breaths here. This is a really good stretch. If you have a pillow or something that you need, or a block, I'll just use a pillow because it's here, that you need. If your knee doesn't touch the ground, feel free to use it. Rest your knee on top of your pillow or block. It's a really good tool. And from here, we're going to unwind. Bring our makeshift block. Lower your leg. Bring up your left one. Again, drive it. Really make sure you drive it in your armpit. Bring it out wide towards your armpit. Make it feel good. Try, if you can, to keep your toes flexed as I have it. I'm sorry that my toes look the way they do. And again, we're just gonna goal post our arms. Now this side for me is tighter than my other side, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my pillow. Yeah. Now from here, I'll walk you through a quick, simple little flow, as they call it. This is like the bare bones of it, nothing too crazy. So we're going to start in down dog, which I would say the easiest way to get set up for down dog is to drop back into child's pose, wiggle your feet out just a little bit, come up to about here, drop your toes down, and then push back. And then to check and make sure you're a good, like, I don't even know, distance apart from other limbs. I don't know. You basically just want to, like, rock forward. And if your hands are underneath your shoulders, you're in a pretty good spot. Alright, so push back. Alright, so from down dog, you're going to walk your toes up to meet your hands. You're going to inhale. Halfway lift. You want to pinch your shoulder blades together. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, you're going to rise all the way up to extended mountain. This is extended mountain. You're going to want to sink your shoulders away from your ears. Bring your pinkies inwards and have a lot of energy in your fingers, just like everything else. You're going to inhale to get to here. exhale, bow out. Now you're gonna inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Now from here, you're gonna take what they call your peace fingers, so these guys, you're gonna hook your big toes, and you're gonna pull down. Now, put as much bend in your legs as you feel like you need to. This is a good stretch. Then kind of pull on your toes like this. You can put your chest and your belly and your thighs if you have to, whatever you do, whatever you need to do to make you feel comfortable. Then you can gradually go up, feel more stretch. And from here, we're gonna wiggle our feet out. We're gonna take the soles of our feet and put them under, the soles of our hands, and we're gonna put them under the soles of our feet. And put your toes to your wrists. And again, the same concept. This is called Gorilla Asana, I believe. You can do the same thing. Really get that stretched out. All right. So once you've taken a few breaths with both of those, walk your feet back. Inhale to rise again to halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain. Bow. Now we're going to do what they call ragdoll. This is my absolute favorite. So you're going to bring your hands to your elbows like this. You're just going to fold. Let everything hang heavy. You can nod your head back and forth. Yes, no. You can sway back and forth a little bit. Sorry if you have to see that. Really, it just is there for good. Now, plant your hands, and we're gonna do a modified vinyasa first, and then we'll do a regular vinyasa after. So here's a modified. So you're gonna step back to high plank. Then you're gonna drop your knees. Now you're gonna lower your chest and your chin together at the same time. Make sure you keep your elbows by your sides. Lower all the way down to right about here. Then what you're gonna do is go into baby cobra. So you're gonna just pop your chest up just like this. Now from here, you can either go to up dog and then to down dog, or you can just go to down dog however you need to get there. Again, we're gonna walk hands to our feet to our hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. Again. Now we're going to do a full vinyasa. So we're going to step back again to high plank, but instead of dropping down to our knees, we're going to do the same thing with our elbows and keeping them in and lower like this. Come up. And when you lower, you're going to exhale. When you come up like this, you're going to inhale and then just shoot back into down dog. You're going to exhale. Now, you can do that flow however many times you'd like. You can even add in other things. That is just what I would consider to be like the bare bones and like the warm up to most of the power yoga classes that I've taken. But a lot of those things, like the cat-cow, child's pose, that stuff, like as a college athlete, I use that literally before every lift, every workout.